For some is indeed very concerning and no doubt would lead to some lurid speculations about, of course, the Princess of Wales Catherine's recent health issues. As ever though, let me explain. Morning, how are you? This is really just a quick update simply because, of course, today we were supposed to be out at Windsor to cover, of course, the memorial service of the Greek side of the British royal family, and everyone was out in force, including the Duchess of York, Sarah Ferguson. A lot of people have been unkind about the fact that both Andrew and Sarah were leading this particular event. For me personally, I don't see a problem. It's a family event, and what is it to do with other people? However, at the 11th hour, one of the most integral parts of this particular service was supposed to be a reading by none other than His Royal Highness Prince William, the Prince of Wales. And as one can imagine, lots of people were looking forward to this. Literally moments before, well, an issue was released basically stating that the Prince of Wales would have to pull out for personal reasons. Now, of course, this led to sorts of speculation, as I say, and lurid sort of, details about exactly why at this particular moment. Now, let's not forget we have missing also His Majesty the King, who is very busy himself detailing his own health battles. In his place was none other than the Queen Camilla, who I have to say is doing a sterling job, no doubt underneath a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety and a lot of worry. You know, whatever people think about Camilla, she's made of strong stuff, and this is clearly obvious in these very dark days for the British monarchy. So why did William pull out? Well, naturally, we put a call into the palace, and naturally they don't want to comment about a particular issue. They say it's a private matter, and as I've said to you before, I totally agree. The reason why I'm reporting this to you is simply because it's escalating on social media. What I can tell you, and this is an unconfirmed report, is it was simply that William had an issue, nothing dramatic, with one of the children, and apparently he was needed at home and felt that his place naturally was with his family. Now, the royal family put out a public statement saying that Catherine is doing well and, recovering in brilliant form. A lot of people are saying, well, this really is not necessarily being the openness that has been shown, as I previously stated before, from His Majesty the King. And as I've also pointed out, this is individual people. Catherine is allowed her private life. But when you have escalation sort of stories like this at the 11th hour with, of course, the Prince of Wales seemingly pulling out without, well, too much information, then naturally people do get very concerned. The reason why I'm telling you, our chums, our community, is that that's what I've been told. The bottom line is that, and this happens with 3 children, one of them was less than stellar, shall we say, not necessarily feeling their very best. And on this particular occasion, obviously, the Prince of Wales, Prince William, made a decision about where he wanted to be. And right now, with Catherine incapacitated and no doubt struggling herself, he decided he was needed at home, with the full backing, I might point out, from His Majesty the King and the Queen, who, as I say, did a sterling job in leading out this particular event. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.